Hey beautiful people, welcome to Warrior Wise Zone Wednesdays.
Hey beautiful people, it's your girl Shakima. I'm just stopping in for a quick reading for us today for Warrior Wise Zone Wednesdays. I hope you guys are having an awesome day today. BTW, before I forget to mention, if you're not having such a great day, do just try to let the energies dissipate. Try your best not to revel in it too much, because we do have a moon change today as far as the signs. The moon's going from one sign to the next today, so just to give ourselves an opportunity to roll with the punches of the ways that are sort of transpiring for us. Let's just try not to engage in the experience as, you know, taking it too personally, and just give ourselves an opportunity to see what it can do for our personal growth and evolution instead. Okay, beloveds? That being said, guys, let's go and get straight into all the goodies for today. So the moon is effectively in Libra as of 3:44 p.m. today. Before that, it was actually the moon was still in Virgo until about 3:44. So that's what I mean when I say that we're going through a moon change today. But because we are going from 6th house to 7th house changes, it's really just giving us an opportunity to be able to work through anything that is just not in a full balance of what we are trying to create in the space. We're basically just going to be going through a significant transition at the core of our essence, at the core of our being, guys, and it's going to be really, really significant. So the moon being in Libra, just acknowledging that the moon goes into Libra at 3:44 p.m., just looking at the vibrations of that, of the numerology there, it's just letting me know that there's, you know, the Holy Trinity, the embodiment of Father, well, I say divine masculine, divine feminine, and physical being. That it's kind of like an interaction with the Arcanian realms. You know, the trinity of divine masculine and feminine embodied within the physical being. It's like our angelic realms are really going to be speaking to us, speaking through us, to be able to give us an opportunity to, like I said, just balance the scales of things. This is where we've been working towards, I guess, for even the rest of the week. This next couple of days is going to be significant to how we're able to navigate through, I guess, the rest of the month, I want to say, because the moon going into Libra is a cardinal air sign, which means that it's all about actioning. So our communication is going to be very much about putting into action the things that we're speaking about, putting into action the things that we are really sort of thinking about, and we may find ourselves not so much procrastinating today. It may be a day that is very much touch and go in terms of like the movement and momentum of everything, but Libra's our 7th house, and when we speak about 7th house, we're mainly looking at and addressing partnerships. And when I speak about partnerships, the key aspects of partnerships that I'm speaking about are our romantic endeavors, our friendship dynamics, as well as our business partnerships as well. So these are the 3 key areas that we're really going to be putting into action. Some of the things that we've been thinking about, some of the things that we've been talking about, and really just giving ourselves an opportunity to be able to see what can come of actually implementing some of those things into these 3 key aspects and areas of our relationship dynamics. Libra is ruled by Venus, which is the planet of beauty and, I guess, creativity. It's really just a case of being in that place of seeing the beauty within the creative nature of everything. So it's going to be a very, 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 I'm going to say this, it's going to be a challenging yet beautifully evolving day if we take an opportunity to do our work instead of reacting, and actually take an opportunity to respond. Okay, show how much you've grown, guys, you know. So the aspects of the avatar that's been impacted by today's moon transit are the kidney, urinary bladder, veins, and skin. So generally speaking, when the kidney is being triggered, the shadow that we are going to be dealing with today is fear. And fear in itself is just a dark place. It's like a black hole within our experience of our human reflections of ourselves, but it's also going to be giving us an opportunity to balance our root chakra, because we're going to be having root chakra activation today, by the way that, I guess, the organs or the aspects of the avatar that are being triggered. This is pretty much just going to give us an opportunity to undo some of the fear that has been, I guess, built in our home dynamics, because when we speak about root chakra, we're talking about the foundations of self. And also outside of that, fear can only have been, I guess, infiltrated into your programming by learning as such within your home environment, within the foundations of, you know, your building blocks of self. So pretty much the place that you spent I wouldn't say most time, because I guess once we start to go to school and stuff like that, we spend very little time actually in the home, in some cases. But it's really just to give us an opportunity to look at things from a different perspective, look at things from maybe not just a fear-based perspective, but being a little bit more optimistic about things. Remember we spoke about, yesterday about balancing the scales of the two, not being too pessimistic and not being too optimistic, but being very realistic and finding ourselves at a good middle point with the situations that we're navigating our way through. Okay, so that being said, guys, we're going to go ahead and get straight into the guidance for us today to see what's actually transpiring. What is the divine guidance spirit for my life warriors for today, Wednesday, the 15th of January? What do we need to know? So there's been a lot of stresses, there's been a lot of burdens that we've been carrying, but we are completing a lot of cycles at the same time. It's been very stressful because we've been completing a lot of cycles. We've been finishing up the way that we used to do things, and by doing so, it's giving us an opportunity to sort of start new beginnings and learn how to be able to, I guess, integrate the things that we have learned and put those into action, put those into actionable tools that we can actually benefit from in terms of our relationship dynamics. And in the present moments, there are going to be significant decisions that needs to be made. There are going to be choices that we are going to have to be very transparent in terms of our communication as we navigate our way through the process of these things. And it's also going to be pretty much about us being able to come to a place of, again, just choosing love over fear in terms of the decisions that we're making. Are we going to choose to look at the situation from a negative perspective, or are we going to see the blessing that is disguised behind whatever it is that we feel like we don't want, but spirit feels like we need that to be able to grow a little bit further? Okay, and moving forward, there will be justice. Things will kind of end up in our favor. It's just that with the decisions that we make, we have to be very tactful, we have to be very mindful, we have to be very self-aware, and we have to be able to just make sure that we are taking all aspects of the situation into consideration, and we're not just being too selfish. Okay, beloveds? Let's see, what is the overall guidance? What is the divine guidance spirit for my life warriors for today? Oh, we've got a lot going on, guys. There's a lot, but it's not bad, okay? And nothing ever actually is. But it looks good. It looks good for us, guys, because we've got the justice card at the very sort of outcome of the situation. So what I'm seeing is that, in the past, in terms of our communities, in terms of our friendships, we've really had to do a lot of hard work. We've literally just been working, learning how we can do better, how we can be better, how we can actually get to a place of celebrating a little bit more instead of going through process of feeling like things just aren't necessarily working out. And we've been trying to, I guess, communicate that in some regards. In the present moment, it seems as though we're learning how to be a little bit more conservative. We're learning how to be a little bit more efficient in terms of the way that we're navigating our way through the process, because we may have been spending, I'll put it to you like this, we may have been spending our time in certain friendships that wasn't necessarily benefiting us in a financial perspective or viewpoint. So we may have found ourselves in financial losses because we were giving too much time to friends, or we were giving too much time to our community that wasn't pouring into our financial bank, basically our financial stability. And now Spirit's teaching us how to be a little bit more efficient with that, how to be a little bit more conservative with it. But for some of us, we may find ourselves being overcommitted to our work circumstances to be able to, we're overcompensating basically for the financial losses that we've taken in the past. And moving forward, we'll be able to break free from some of the mental challenges that we've been going through, some of the betrayals that we may have endured in our friendships, in our business partnerships, our community collectively. We may be sort of moving away from some of those betrayals to get to a place where things feel like it is moving in our favor. We are going to be able to, be a little bit restless at times because it feels as though there are lost opportunities that we could have taken more advantages of. But for the most part, it's just giving us an opportunity to get to a place where we're a little bit more established, where we are able to get more public recognition by putting our heads down and doing the work. And basically the hard labor that we're going to be sort of putting ourselves through over the course of the next few days is going to give us an opportunity to see the benefit eventually. We are going to be very rigid and excessively controlling as a result to be able to put our head down and focus on the work that needs to be done, but it will pay off. It will serve its purpose for us. Okay, beloveds? I do hope that was useful for you guys. As per usual, I'm sending you guys nothing but love, light, and positive intentions for the journey ahead. If you guys haven't already done so, definitely be sure to check out the link in my bio. That way you guys can connect with me for whatever you need as far as personal reading, shadow work, mentorship. You can also connect with me for products as well, handmade products, as well as connecting with me via my other social media channels. Okay, beloveds, I'm gonna love you guys and leave it there for you guys. I will see you guys in the next video. God bless and a shame. Take care, guys. Mwah.
That's all, folks. Thanks for watching. See you next time.